welcome to the next episode of Stereo Smokers. Today we're going to be doing beef short ribs on the Weber Smokey Mountain. Firstly, what we're going to do is we're going to remove the membrane across the back. Some people don't, but I personally do. I just like to remove that just so I don't end up with something that's going to be a bit chewy during the cook time. Now, basically get a knife, blunt knife, under the back of it, kitchen paper towel, grab hold of it, and strip it off like a piece of Velcro. Okay, that's that bit done. What we're going to do now is we're actually going to go and put some rub on this. Today we're going to be using the good old rub and the brew and brisket from the Norfolk Smoke Pit. It's going to be a great combination here. Now what I've done is I've taken a 50-50 mix of both those two rubs and put them together and mixed them in this little jar. What I'm going to do, to save rub, we're going to do that in this little full tray. So what we do, put the rub on, rub it in good and proper. Flip it over. Make sure you coat everywhere, as much as you can do. That way, you're going to make sure everywhere has got the same level of flavour. Good thing about doing it in a little tray, all the extra rub, you don't waste. So you can just put it back on. Did this on your chopping board, the likelihood is you lose most of it. Okay, there we go, all rubbed up and ready to go. Now what we're going to do is, we're going to go and show you how we've set up the Weber Smokey Mountain today. I've already got a chimney starter or charcoal ready to go over here. Today we're going to be using the ACH 15 from Big K. And what we'll do, I'll show you the setup now. As you can see, what we've done is we've set it up, the Weber Smokey Mountain base, 3/4 charcoal, leaving a gap at the front. Then we're putting logs intermittently throughout the entire base of the actual charcoal. Gives you a good smoke throughout the actual cook. Now what we're going to do is put that charcoal into the Smoky Mountain. What I've gone and done is I've actually opened the bottom vents at the moment, and what I'll do is I'll bring it up to temperature. I've completely opened the top vent, and what I'll do is then after that I'll close all 3 bottom vents down, apart from about a quarter of the vent on one side, and I'll leave the top vent fully open. Okay. Now we're going to transfer this over to the Weber. I've actually set up a digital thermometer in here as well, so I can actually track the temperature throughout the entire cook time and also the temperature of the actual pit itself. There we go. Now we're going to go and check that probably in about an hour or two's time, see how things are progressing. Okay, what we're going to do is we're going to go and spritz it with a little bit of apple juice. What that does is the moisture actually on the surface of the meat draws in that smoke flavour. Okay, now we'll just keep going. Now the temperature of the actual beef short ribs has got up to about 170. What we're going to do is we're going to take them off of the grill now and we're going to wrap them in foil. As you can see, already we're starting to get a little bit of pullback off the bone and the temperature is going real. What we're also going to do is we're going to put a little bit of beef bovril in here. What this does is it just adds a little bit of extra moisture to the actual environment and makes the actual meat extra tender and soft. So what we do is we'll pour some in and we'll start wrapping it up. What you're trying to do is try and make that as tight as physically possible, and then to pour a little bit in the end. What we're going to do now, transfer this back over to the Smoky Mountain until it gets up to 225 degrees Fahrenheit. There we go. The short ribs have now got up to temperature. Let's go and get them out. Colour of that bark looks amazing from that rub from the Norfolk Smoke Pit. It's amazing. Great. You can see it shrunk away from the bones, from the actual meat. Unbelievable. Oh, I think it's done. Let's see what it looks like inside. Got a funny feeling that actually is, you know, nice and juicy. Well, there you go. Simple way of just cooking smoked beef short ribs on the Weber Smokey Mountain. Go and give it a go.